Good morning, students. In continuation with the last video in which we discussed the unification of Italy, today we will discuss about unification of Britain. Britain, as we all know, is one of a very powerful country even today, and the time phase about which we are talking about, Britain was the most powerful European country. Why Britain was the most powerful country of Europe? Because the unification happened over there. Similarly, industrialization was already happened over there. सबसे पहले इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हुआ. Because of industrialization, the things which were made in Britain were sold all over Europe. उनका आर्मी बहुत स्ट्रांग था, उनका नेवी बहुत स्ट्रांग था, एंड wealth wise also Britain was very powerful. If we see the unification of Britain, it was not suddenly that it could have happened over there. No, it was not a sudden upheaval. Actually, Britain was divided into different ethnic groups, which were Welsh, Scot and Irish. अब जब हम एथनिक ग्रुप्स कहते हैं तो एथनिक ग्रुप्स हैव देयर ओन लैंग्वेज, देयर ओन कल्चर. अलग अलग ग्रुप्स थे, दे हैव देयर ओन वे ऑफ ड्रेसिंग. इंग्लिश नेशन grew its control as it has more wealth, importance and power. ये तीन रीजन्स थे यहाँ पे, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं, वेल्श, स्कॉट एंड आयरलैंड, दैट इज स्कॉटलैंड, वेल्स एंड आयरलैंड. यहाँ के रहने वाले लोगों को इन नेम्स के साथ बुलाते थे. एंड अमंग दीज जो इंग्लिश नेशन था, जिसको हम ब्रिटेन समझते हैं, इट वॉज वेरी पावरफुल एज इट हैज वेल्थ, इम्पोर्टेंस एंड पावर. एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू कि वहाँ पे इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हो चुका था, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन दे हैड एम्पल ऑफ मनी and very excellent, an excellent army system was there, and navy system was also very good. Now what happened? English, British जो लोग थे, they thought कि हमें अपने country का unification करना है. Actually in England 1688 में ही the power was under the English Parliament. It was taken from the British monarch in 1688, and there was a parliamentary system in England. And these parliamentary system में जो इनके ministers थे, जो लोग थे, they wanted to have Britain as a whole nation, and they wanted to unite nation. ये जितने आइलैंड नेशंस थे ना, इनके पास छोटे छोटे देश थे, जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया, वेल्स, आयरलैंड एंड स्कॉटलैंड, उसको ये एक करके एक देश बनाना चाहते थे, which was named later on the Great Britain. अब सबसे पहले इन्होंने स्कॉटलैंड को अपने कंट्रोल में लिया. स्कॉटलैंड को कंट्रोल में लेने के लिए what they did, an act was passed. इस एक्ट का नाम था द एक्ट ऑफ यूनियन. It was passed in 1707 between England and Scotland, and this completed the formation of United Kingdom of Great Britain. Now, according to this act, जब ये act pass हुआ, उसके बाद what changes happened in Britain? Number one, influence of England was established. The total control was of England only. British Parliament was dominated by English members and not by Scottish. जो British Parliament बनी, उसमें Scottish members almost nil थे. सारा जो control था, सारा जो influence था, that was of Britain now. Third change, what happens? Scotland, as I told you, they had their own culture, their own language, their own dressing sense was there, their own rules and regulations they were following. So now Scottish culture was completely suppressed. For example, वहाँ पे कैथोलिक्स लोग थे. आपको पता है कि क्रिश्चियन रिलीजन को अगर हम पढ़ते हैं तो there are two groups, Catholics and Protestants. So स्कॉटलैंड में मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ द पीपल वर कैथोलिक्स. इनहेबिटेंट्स थे, मतलब वहाँ के रहने वाले. They faced severe suppression and complete suppression you can see, and it came under the control of Great Britain. और चेंज क्या किया गया? स्कॉटिश वर नॉट अलाउड टू स्पीक देयर लैंग्वेज. उनकी लैंग्वेज थी गैलिक, और या उनकी जो नेशनल ड्रेस थी, दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू वियर देयर नेशनल ड्रेस. Then large number of them were forcibly driven out of their own country. अपना देश छोड़ के लोगों को जाना पड़ा, because the people who were Scottish, who were Catholic, they were terribly suppressed by the English people. So in this way, by the Act of Union 1707, Great Britain का पार्ट बन गया Scotland. So you see, not a single drop of blood, कोई bloodshed नहीं हुआ, बिल्कुल bloodshed नहीं हुआ. Almost bloodless revolution था, and Scotland became the part of Great Britain. Second portion या second island जो था, that was Ireland. अब Ireland को how they incorporated in Britain. Ireland, you can see, basically it was a country which was divided among Protestants and Catholics. Ireland में भी यही तरीका था, और यहाँ पर भी Protestants, Ireland में Protestants were more in number. So what English people did, they took the side of the Protestants, और उनका इस्तेमाल किया गया to establish control on this particular region. आयरलैंड को अपने कब्जे में लेने के लिए प्रोटेस्टेंट को अपने साथ लिया, एंड कैथोलिक्स को सरप्रेस किया गया, एंड इंग्लिश कल्चर वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड ऑन आयरलैंड. कुछ लोगों ने रिवोल्ट करने की कोशिश की, लाइक अ फेल्ड रिवोल्ट. इट वाज नॉट सक्सेसफुल. 1798 में वॉल्फटोन वाज अ पर्सन, ही वाज अ कैथोलिक. उन्होंने अपने आयरिश मैन के साथ मिलके he tried for a revolt, but it was suppressed, and Ireland became a part of Britain. Ab after Ireland became the part of Britain, what changes occurred? Number one, now for the entire nation, there was a single British flag, which was known as, you can see, Union Jack. As we call our flag Tiranga, उसी तरह से इनके flag को कहा गया Union Jack. Now this Union Jack was the only flag, it was a British flag which was used for the entire nation. Now they have a single national anthem. What was the national anthem? God Save Our Noble King. जैसे हमारा जनगण मन है, उसी तरह से इनका एक national anthem बना, God Save Our Noble King for the nation. Then English language was promoted. मैंने अभी आपको ऊपर बताया था, स्कॉटलैंड की लैंग्वेज थी गैलिक, उसको बंद कर दिया गया. नाउ फॉर द एंटायर नेशन देयर वाज अ सिंगल लैंग्वेज, इट वाज नाउ इंग्लिश. देन स्कॉटलैंड, आयरलैंड, जो किसी टाइम पे इंडिपेंडेंट नेशंस थे, इंडिपेंडेंट आइलैंड नेशंस थे, नाउ दे वर ओनली सबऑर्डिनेट नेशंस टू ब्रिटेन. सबऑर्डिनेट मतलब असिस्टेंट की तरह थे, अब वो दे वर पार्ट ऑफ ग्रेट ब्रिटेन. So with this, the unification of Britain was completed. So if we do a quick revision, as you can see that it was not suddenly that it was happened. There were three ethnic groups, Wales, Scot and Ireland. A union, Act of Union was passed in 1707. With that, as I told you, Scotland became a part of England. And for Ireland, in 1801, as you can see in the flowchart also, 1801 में Scotland became the part, Ireland became the part of Britain. With this, the unification of Britain was completed. Okay, as you can see, with this, the unification of Britain was completed. You can use this flowchart to write down this question. So your today's question is this only. Discuss the unification of Britain, or how can we say that unification of Britain was a bloodless evolution, or it can be symbolized as a bloodless unification. Okay, so see you in next video, and then we will be discussing, there are two topics left. One is regarding the how they use different figures to establish the feeling of nationalism among people, and then imperialism को discuss करेंगे, how it became important as a part of nationalism. So thank you, have a nice day, be safe, be healthy, stay home, bye bye.